Oh, mate. Mate. Good old electrolytes. I've been wanting to talk about this topic for a while, actually, so this will be interesting. But first, let me just take the old Progo stick off charge, aka this thing. Ready for tomorrow. Wait for some people to join, eh? Fingers crossed, someone does. And then we will talk about old Pakistan, mate. What an adventure. What an adventure it was. Now, this is pretty much like my life. This right here. Instant, small little Nescafe bag, mate. This is what brings the energy. This is what I wake up in the morning for. This right here. Give it a little like if you like that coffee, mate. So yeah, I wanted to jump on, just say hello to some people, give a little bit of a travel update, guys, and also, moving forward about Pakistan and some stuff that went on there during my 3.5 week travel, which is awesome, because I know a lot of people have been wondering about kind of my overview of Pakistan. I didn't make a video on it just because I thought that I kind of did enough videos. I think I did like plus 20 videos in the 3 weeks to kind of cover all bases. But maybe I can answer some questions here. What? Did you smoke in Pakistan? No, I didn't. I didn't smoke anything. No cigarettes or no in Pakistan. I didn't even have a beer. I was like completely sober. Oh, actually, that's a lie. That is a lie. I just lied on live stream. A liar on live stream. I did have a beer because when my mate Marco Romes came over, I'm sure a lot of you guys know old Marco. We had some beers in Karachi. So, so I wasn't completely sober, but almost. But Pakistan was so like amazing. Whenever someone asks me, like, what's been your favorite country to travel to? First of all, that's a really difficult question because I've been to some amazing countries and I like the countries for different reasons. But Pakistan just had this, like, charm about it where I don't like to hold out any prejudices for people or places, and I like to make my own decisions of if someone says, oh, that person's not a good person, I will want to go and meet that person to find out for myself if that person is good or bad. The same as a country, people will talk about, don't go to Pakistan, it's full of terrorists and Taliban. Well, you know what? I want to go to Pakistan and I want to see if it's full of terrorists and Taliban. Like, I think a lot of people get put off from, number one, experiences, 2, meeting new people, and number 3, visiting new places, because they listen to people who haven't experienced the things you want to do, the people you want to meet, the places you want to visit themselves, and they have this kind of like weird thing going on in their head where they think they're right about something that they haven't even done. I've had this many times where I've wanted to do something or visit a country such as Pakistan or such as Guatemala in Central America, such as South American countries I've done, and it's always the same when someone asks. Like, they'll say, where are you going next? I'm saying, I'm going to Latin America, I'm going to Peru, or I'm going to Pakistan, or I'm considering going to Iraq. They're like, you are mental. Like, so much stuff goes on there. Don't go. Something will happen. You know, it's a bad place. And like, this happened to me a lot in before traveling to Pakistan. And, you know, I've learned now to tell less people about what I'm doing, just because not a lot of people will understand the reason for going places, and people go different countries for different reasons, and you know, you should always go with your heart, go with your gut feeling. Of course, have a very hyper awareness for your surroundings and what you're doing, but you have to get out there and you have to experience these things yourself. So Pakistan was truly incredible. Like, from the first day I arrived, I flew in from London. I took 2 flights. There was a stopover in Turkey, in Istanbul, and then I went from Istanbul. I nearly missed the flight because I was like, didn't have the right documents anyway. I was like the last person on the flight from Istanbul to Karachi, which Karachi is Pakistan's old capital before it moved to Rawalpindi, and now it's current capital of Islamabad, if anyone is wondering about that. And I really like to talk more about my experience in Pakistan because though I recorded 20 plus vlogs there, I believe, within the month I was traveling. So much more happened off camera, as it always does, right? So, you know, when you're vlogging, the good stuff does happen when you're filming, but then, you know, if you're only filming like I was some days for 2 or 3 hours a day, like the amount of amazing magic that happened in Pakistan when the camera was off was like, I'd go to bed in the evenings and I would kind of just like reflect on the day. And if I'm being completely honest, some of these people in Pakistan, the Pakistani nationals, they showed me such tremendous unconditional kindness that personally I haven't shown anybody that level of kindness in my life at all. And I'm, you know, to friends and family, yes, of course, but to strangers, the way that they were treating me as a guest in their country was incredible. And like, I went to Indonesia after Pakistan, and my head was so not in Indonesian travel. I was so lost in the Pakistan moments on reflection. It was just like, it's just one country that is stuck with me, and it was 2 or 3 months ago that I traveled there. So just don't listen to, you know, everything that you're hearing in the news and all of that stuff. You've got to go out and got to experience it for yourself. Yeah, so if you've got any questions about Pakistan, let me just have a little look in the chat, mates. Hi mate, what's going on? Yes, you should definitely go there. Army guy, you definitely should, bro. Jason, what's going on, mate? I kind of just want to jump on here as well and just say hello to a few of you guys. And yeah, I really appreciate your time and energy and patience in putting up with this guy right here. So, Steo05, you know what? I have got plans to go back to Pakistan, and that's the kind of reason I wanted to jump on now, to see if, first, have you got any questions about Pakistan? And secondly, is there anything that you'd really like to see in Pakistan with Pakistan 2.0 with your boy right here? I will be... Should I say what I'm doing right now? Maybe not, because I've still got some vlogs to put up. I won't go into it too much, but I'll be flying back to the UK soon to see some friends, see some family, and to be completely honest, to chill out, because I'm absolutely exhausted, mate. I've been on the road pretty intensely now for 3 months. And I've had like a huge binge beer session over the last few weeks, which is... I don't know, it's just took a little bit of a hit, so I need to go back and chill out in the UK for a bit. But what I was saying is, and I'm just reading your comments here, mates, Mad Monkey, big up to you too, mate, is yes, I will be going back to Pakistan. I've been thinking of going back to Pakistan since the day that I left Pakistan. And most likely it will be either in December or January. So when I went... this year, which was 2 months ago, it was like peak heat of summer in Pakistan. Like, it was scorching hot. I was sweating my Welsh tatters off all day long, all night long. So the friends that I met in Pakistan, and there were many, and I appreciate you, my bros. They said to come back in winter because it will be a totally different experience. So that is the plan. I'm in Bangkok right now, and I will be heading back to the UK soon. Chill out, edit some videos, do some shorts, see some friends, fam, eat some food, sleep for like 21,500 hours every day, mate. And then I'm going to head to Pakistan in December or January. Really cheap flights, also for like £70, believe it or not. I can go from London to Pakistan for 70 quid, which is about $90 or $100. So yeah, I will be going back, and I will be doing 1 month or 6 weeks there, solid in Pakistan. It will be awesome. And I've also got something that I'm going to do different from many of the travel vloggers, because at the moment everybody seems to be doing the same thing, and I'm not saying that I'm any different from that, but you know, in order for me to continue to enjoy the craft and be creative, I have to come up with a new way of doing things. Otherwise, I'm not sure. It's just I just don't want to be the same as everyone else. So I'm going to take some time over the next month and come up with a new angle in which I've sought out already, and I am buzzing to show you guys in the next trip to Pakistan come December or January. What have we got here? Just looking in the chat, my mates, my old matey mates. Next time, try plan your trip with some locals. Yeah, I will for sure. Like the Skardu adventures were absolutely fantastic, and if I wasn't flying to Indonesia soon after, I would have then done more of the north. I would have gone to like Nahanga Prabat and K2 and had a look at those mountains, and also Hunza, and maybe some other places on the east and west down south. So yeah, you know me, I help you Jodhpur to ride. Hey brother, do you know me? I help you in Jodhpur to ride a tongue. What's a tongue, brother? Do you mean a tuk-tuk? If so, yes, I do remember. What's going on, mate? Pakistan better or India? A lone spider? Can't go into that, brother. Apologies, mate. Hello from Germany, the one and only. Yes, what's going on, people? This is awesome. Thank you so much for being here. This is cool. Any questions about Pakistan, or just anything at all? Danesh Mutaza, what's going on, mate? Of course, I remember you. We met in the gym. Yes, bro. So cool, mate. Yeah, I'm Ryan on the road. What's up, mate? Yeah, so for those cheap prices, and I want to ask you guys some other stuff too, is if you go into Skyscanner now, and like I only use Skyscanner to book flights. It's just I keep it simple. Skyscanner is the go-to. Type in London Heathrow or wherever your main airport is in the vicinity of where you live. Like do it a month or 2 months out, and then always go to the option at the top right on Skyscanner now that says flexible dates. Okay, flexible dates, not specific dates. So hit a flexible date, and then click a month where you think that you might go to a country. So for example, for me, I clicked flexible dates, top right, and then I will just select the whole of December or January. And if you do that, going from your main airport, for me it's like anyone in London, to Pakistan, so don't put the specific city in the country you want to go to, just put the country. So I wouldn't put Karachi or Islamabad, I would just put Pakistan. Okay, so this is the way that I kind of find cheap flights. I don't even think it's a hack. I think it's just, I know, you look at certain little things and you get better prices. So you do that. Flexible dates, and then the whole of January, and the country, not the city. Hit select, and then it will show you like 2 or 3, sometimes less, really cheap days that those flights are flying to that country. So for example, now I can go in, I think it's December, I can go to Karachi in Pakistan from London. It's one stop in Istanbul for £76, which is around $100. You can also go to like other places for way cheap. So yeah, that's kind of the way that I do it. If I know that I'm going somewhere in a few months, Yeah, that's how I do it. So, but I also want to say I just I got a mental price, and I would love to show you, but I'm on my phone right now. I got a like the craziest, cheapest long haul flight back to the UK from Bangkok in a few days actually, and it's with a well-known airline. And mate, it's Scandinavian airline, I want to say, and it's 12 and a half hours, right? 12 and a half hours direct, which goes from Bangkok to Sweden, and that was £80. No, it was £84. That's like $100, right? £84 from Bangkok to Copenhagen no, that's Norway. Yeah, Copenhagen. No, it's Denmark. Goodness, Chrissy Boy, need to look at the map, mate. I'm going to Copenhagen from Bangkok. That's 12 and a half hours, and that costs £84. And then I fly from Copenhagen to Bristol in England for £13. Like, that's how much my flight back to the UK from Thailand has cost. Like, it is absolutely insane. And that's only because, well, I only booked this a few days ago when I got paid from YouTube. And I know, you look at the right times and you get some solid prices. So I can get back to the UK for 100 quid, which is like 120 US, mate. That's the way to do it. Danish, I will be back now, brother, in Pakistan in December or January. And I will hit you up and we will feast it up, my bro. Link up with Callum Bowl. He said he likes your videos on his live stream. Oh, that's awesome. Callum Bowl's a legend. His energy is like, mate, it's all energy. He's got some good character, and he's like, I really respect his consistency of his videos. He's awesome. So go you, Callum. Go on, son. Also, what else? Pakistan, especially North. Yeah. If you've got any questions about that, yeah, let me know. That is awesome, brothers. I'm going through Kashmir. Can someone give me some information? Who knows about the Kashmir side? So some people have said for my next trip that I need, again, like a police patrol or a local to show me around the Pakistan region of Kashmir. That side, obviously not the Indian side because I'm going to Pakistan. But if you know that side of stuff, and do I need a patrol or not? Like, do I need a security guard like I did in Peshawar? Or can I just go on my own and free solo it as I do? Also, message me on WhatsApp. Yeah, Danish, cheers, mate. So if anyone knows about that, if I can just go to Kashmir, because that's one of the things I want to do after going to, like, Abbottabad and some other places, please let me know. That would be really, really helpful. Madiko Hub. What's going on, mate? What's the one thing that traveling taught you which you couldn't have learned without the travels? That is a great question. That is a great question. What's the one thing that travelers taught me that I couldn't have learned without the travels? Wow. That is a great question. I think I've got a few answers. If you will allow. Number one, I would say that you really do not need much money to see the world, and I think I've like really tested those boundaries over the last few years. If you're able to, at least to a certain level, suffer, and I don't mean suffer in terms of like be in pain, but suffer just a little mentally for a few hours or a day to go through cheap journeys, train rides, bus rides, and not take aeroplanes everywhere. And you're not eating the best food, you're not sipping cocktails every night and splashing out on fancy dinners, and you're doing it the way that Ellis, if anyone knows you from Skint Northerners, an amazing YouTube channel which is like the most real and rawest vlogs ever, the way that he does it, the way that I do it, I think it teaches you so much about budgeting, so much about money, so much about how you can see things with the money you've got. An extremely tight budget I travel on right now. It's thank goodness for you guys, for your your time watching. My YouTube payments are now coming up to like £400 a month, which is amazing considering a few months ago I had my first paycheck from YouTube for like £65. So I travel. I have been traveling on about £350 a month. And yes, towards the end of the month, I am like brassic broke, like hardly able to afford like a bag of rice. But if you can go through that month knowing that, okay, so you have to stay in some hostels here and there. You maybe have to walk 10 kilometers today because you can't afford that. Maybe you have to, I don't know, maybe one night you have to ask a friend to sleep on their sofa. Maybe one day you have to take a night bus because that's the cheapest option. It will save you on a hotel, etc., etc. So for me personally, it's really taught me how to budget. Something that the education system, be that school, college, university, completely fails people on. And, you know, I've had a lot of issues with money, positive and negative issues over the last decade of my life. For those people who are unfamiliar, I earned a lot of money, upwards of £1 million, by selling physical products on Amazon UK. This was about 6 years ago, and I was earning so much money at the time, and I'm talking I was earning £50,000-60,000 a month. That's not profit. Profit on that was about 15%, where I was buying supercars, apartments. I was going to Paris and Switzerland every week. I was eating out twice a day in fancy restaurants, and after a few years of doing that, my attention slipped for the business, which actually was selling private label coffee and sports supplements. I had my own branded business. And after not paying attention to the money, then that business went down. It went boof, up in flames, like complete show. The cars got taken off me. I had to move out the apartment, and then I pretty much like ran away from all my problems and flew to America. So I don't think a lot of people know how I kind of started off traveling, but that is a very small insight to how I got into where I am now. A little break in between that, of course, when I was like coaching CrossFit and doing some gym work, but mainly my love for travel started from running away from my financial problems after a few businesses online went kaboom. So traveling has really helped me to bring back that side of myself that knows and enjoys living with very little. And I don't mean that in terms of like being fulfilled. I mean, I'm extremely happy and content. I was extremely happy and content when I wasn't bringing any money in. But now that I am bringing a little bit more money in, I've got a few more choices, and I can say that I've never been happier. So I've had a lot of money, and I mean I have had a lot of money, enough to buy a BMW i8, an Audi RS3, I think it was. I had another BMW at one point, like a high-rise apartment, all of this stuff. So I've had a lot of money, and I've had very little money. They're both very different ends of the spectrum, of course, and I can say that I've kind of enjoyed both. But at my current stage, I'm like really loving it, because I'm also very into the craft of making videos. I love traveling. I love kind of sharing the experiences. I know I'm a little annoying and too energetic sometimes, but it's only because I love what I do so much that then comes out when I'm what is going on, mates? I hope you're all of that good stuff, you know. So it's also played up my character as well. So it's not always the case. If we were having food together, I'd tone it down maybe a little bit for a couple of minutes. So yeah, I know that's a long-winded answer, but it's definitely taught me how to live very frugally when it comes to money. And also, I would say very obviously for myself, when I'm speaking to anybody on the street or on the phone, especially when I'm deep in travel, if I've been around enough people for X amount of weeks and I've been on the road for this time and I'm interacting this number of times each day, traveling has helped me to become a much better conversationalist. And I hope through my story, through my vlogs, that shows in somewhat shape or form. And I will be working more on storytelling. I'm just still learning this craft, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm not looking to achieve anything ultra fast. Just gradual. So conversationalist, speaking to different people, that's really, really helped me. And I would say if you want to become a better conversationalist, just go out and speak to more people. If you don't want to travel, just go to your local town, hit up a few shops and restaurants and cafes and bars, and just start speaking to people. It definitely helps with all of that, and it builds confidence, which is awesome. So thank you so much for that question. That's cool, actually. No one's asked me that before, so thank you. Pakistan, army guy travels. Let me just sip this a second. Big bro fist for everyone being here, by the way. Amazing. Thank you so much. Come on, bro me. What are you waiting for? Bro me. Bruh. This is not my my urine. Also, this is a this is an electrolyte that I drink a lot of the time in Thailand, because you sweat so much. So it's like Royal D electrolyte beverage. It's decent. It's orange flavor. So, oh shit, that's not it all. Let's answer the question. Army guy, did you ever have trouble filming in Pakistan? Yes, there was a few times where the situation got a little hairy, you could say. But most of the time it was kind of just, people were very curious as to why, a white Westerner guy who's like this, waving his arms with a little camera, is like, what's this guy doing here? And it, not in the aspect of get this guy out of here, or like, who does he think he is, but just more so very curious about like, what is the camera? Oh, there's a mosquito there. Let me get it. I hate mosquitoes, bros, eh? What? We get it, what? We get it, boys? I think we got it. I think. Mate, I hate mosquitoes. I get botched all the time, look. It's not me showing my complete lack of muscle, but I get botched all the time, mosquitoes. Yeah, so they're just very curious, especially in some of the towns I went to, away from like the main part of Karachi. And going back to the hairy moment was when I was filming in this, let's say, it wasn't the best area. I was with Marco Romes. If anybody watched it, a huge amount of people started gathering around us before we were ready to go back to our hotels. And the police came over, obviously with guns, and they said, you've got to leave right now. So nothing really. I've actually got that at the end of a vlog. If you look back, I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's called Inside Pakistan's Apocalyptic Town. If you have a look at that, Inside Pakistan's Apocalyptic Town, skip to the end and have a look. That there was a load of people gathering around Marco and I. The police turn up, and they pretty much come up to us and say, you've got to leave right now. Whether there was anybody kind of like tracking us, I don't think there was. I think it was more so we were just causing a little bit of, not negative commotion, but just a lot of curiosity had built up. And when you're in these countries such as India or Pakistan or anywhere else that is very kind of densely populated, when something is going on in the streets, like an event or just a few people are arguing, right? Everyone will just come over. Everyone will just come over from all angles around you, and that can really build up quick in terms of like people. And I think that was the only thing, if I'm honest. And they kind of just wanted to disperse it before, I don't know, anything happened, I guess. So no, not really anything. Just that. I was, a lot of people told me before, friends, family, that mosquito, why? Did I get it or what? Didn't get it. Fucking mosquito. May I do this little mosquito hunt? I look for it when I can see the light. But I can never get them, and then it just botches me throughout the night. Why is there so many mosquitoes in this room? Little issue, right? If I was earning just a little bit more money, I could then just not stay in mosquito-filled rooms. Okay. Definitely didn't get it, but it continues. All right, where were we? I just broke my hat. Duncan's hat. Yeah, so no issues really. It was a fun time. I loved it. Buzzing to go back. We'll be going back very soon, actually. What else then, people? Let's see. Callum Bowles shouted you out on his live stream. Yeah, what a legend, mate. I was buzzing. For those people who don't watch like Cal, I'm sure a lot of you people do. Mate, he is a character, that lad. When he got that car the other day, he like bought it in Thailand for like $1,000. He's just bombing it down the road, mate. You know, he's like, mate, he's got the energy of like McGregor, so it's like he's fun to watch. He's fun to watch. So maybe, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure what we'd do together if we had a day out. We'd probably, I don't know. Something. Tasanga Chaidel. You smoke Pakistan? No, I didn't. No, I didn't do any smoking or drinking in Pakistan. I didn't. I just enjoyed, really got into the culture. I didn't eat that much like Pakistani food. I kind of kept it very neutral. Just because I didn't want to get ill. I got super ill in India and I was like, what the? I am not doing that again, mate. I was super ill. What else? For Kashmir visit, you need Noor Hassin. Mate, for Kashmir visit, you need NOC, but no security. What's an NOC, brother? If you're still watching, can you... What's an NOC? For Kashmir visit, you need NOC. Oh, mate, drop a little description on that. That'd be awesome. Okay. Gosh, on that footage, mate. Yeah, I like... So, let me go back here, mate. You know, it's so different doing a live stream to, like, vlogs, obviously, because, you know... I kind of like the live streams because it cuts out all of like the BS. You know, there's a lot of BS that can be cut out of here, but with live streams, you've got to keep in the awkward pauses and the ums and the ahs and the oh no, and the mosquito squatting. That's mosquitoes everywhere. Why? So you've got to keep that stuff in. I think I got that one. I think I give him a face shot. I think that mosquito fell way on the ground. Yeah. Yeah, so I liked the old live streams. I might be doing a few more of these. What do you reckon? Yes, so Eric, E-R-I-K, you said you are young and now is the time to travel the way you do. I completely agree. I actually feel that. So I'm 33. No, I am 34. Chris, you lie. That's the second time you lied on stream. You are 34 years young, Chrissy Boy. And mate, I honestly feel like I'm like, I don't know, like 20. I've got the energy. I just want to go. It's good to have the energy, and I will hold on to my childlike spirit and annoying ways as much as I can for as long as I can. And traveling is an amazing output for me to do that. And for anybody who hasn't traveled and wants to, oh look, just save up a couple of £100, book a little flight, and then off you go. And maybe I'll come up with something in the future when I have more financial resources, and like, I don't know, we can go traveling together and just have a laugh together. That'd be awesome. That'd be fun, right? Muay Thai for mosquito, yeah. Yeah, that'd be fun to get to meet some of you guys and go traveling with you and the experiences, meet people, different cultures, food. That would be sick. That would be sick. Go trekking in the Himalayas. I don't know. Go for a beer in Amsterdam, whatever it is. Life in Frames PK. Let's answer this one. Also, just before we do, mate, right? Let me show you where I'm at in my room. So this right here. Can you see this? Give a little thumbs up if you can see this properly. Or hear me, actually. Am I just speaking to myself right now? Mosquito, look. Why? Why? Do you get it? We got it, people! Down and out. Down and out. Got it. Yeah, so if you can see, that's my thumb up at that. But we got him. So this is my little room in Bangkok at the moment. And then I'll go on to answer your question, mate. So I've got my single bed here. It's a little springy, but it's decent. Got the desk where I've set you up from here. What's going there? Coffee cup, satchel, camera, a few plates and stuff. And then over here, mate, that's where I sit in the morning, have a coffee and learn some Spanish. I'm always learning Spanish in preparation for some Latin American countries next year. And yeah, mate, so this is the room. This costs £7 a night, which is like 9 US. Really good. The only thing, it doesn't have AC, it has the fan. And when I'm doing these streams, I can't stop sweating because I can't turn it on, otherwise it would make that annoying whirring sound, and no one would want to watch or listen to Chrissy Boy, Chrissy Boy, Chrissy Boy. So mate, I'm just gonna sweat for you, mate, in the best way possible. Alright, Life in Frames BK. Hello, I really like your content. Can you advise me about on increasing confidence? Depends. Just for like general confidence, I'd say just get out in life more, brother. Get out, speak to everybody, speak to some guys, speak to some gals, speak to different ages of people, different people who enjoy different topics. Go and approach people. If you're waiting in line for a coffee, turn around and say hello to the person behind you. And you know, a lot of people don't build confidence. I'm not making this, I don't know, this is not my thing, but it's just some stuff that's happened for me that has helped. Like, don't fear rejection. If you want to say hello or ask someone something, don't worry about them not replying. You've already done your part by saying, hello, how are you? Can I get you this? Can I do that? You know, so the best thing is just approach. Always there's this loop, right, when it comes to confidence, and it's the same when, like, sometimes I do not want to go out and film, especially if it's in like a place that I know there's going to be a load of people and there's going to be like eyes on me everywhere. That's a really hard thing. So you've got to battle that kind of social anxiety, which is also a confidence build when you do break that mold. But the best thing to do is just get started, go and say hello to this person, have a conversation with that person, click the button on this camera and get going. Because then at least after it's happened, be that a positive experience or a negative experience, if you got rejected in conversation or whatever else, at least you have been proactive enough to close the loop. Right, you close the loop. The worst thing is going to sleep at night knowing you haven't closed the loop. And I haven't done vlogs for like 3 days now because I've been severely hungover after coming back from Hong Kong, and I also went down south in Thailand last night and went on the beers. Naughty idea. I blame Duncan if you're watching. So, you know, there's an anxiety there too. So the best thing is for me to wake up in the morning, not think about filming, press the button and go, good morning, guys. My apologies. I got a little drunk last night down the south of Thailand, so I haven't vlogged in about 3 days. But now we're back, and I'm glad we are. You know, so you get started, and then you get into it. So the best thing is to put yourself out there. Be that acceptance or rejection, just to close that loop. So I hope that's helped. And just don't overthink, Don't overthink stuff. That comes to anything in life. There is the success of any situation is between the idea and the action. So you need to, as soon as you get that idea or you want to speak to this person, or you want to do that, close that gap between the idea and thought and the action of doing it. The longer you leave that gap, the less likely it is to happen. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. I hope it does. All right, so I hope that's helped. It doesn't help when you're chanting, gather round, ushering furiously. Yes, Ashadullah, thank you so much. But the injuries are pretty much recovered. The knee is, definitely recovered. Now you can't even see the grazes. Extremely lucky, actually. Extremely lucky that nothing happened on that bike accident 10 days ago in Bangkok. It was a stupid idea for me, number one, to go out on a moped in the monsooning down rain here in Bangkok, and two, to not wear a helmet. So like, I really learned from that, and it was ridiculous and super grateful. It was only a few cuts and grazes. So yeah, this is cool. Thank you. Thanks for everyone for being here. Umar T. So for anyone who's just joined, we were talking about Kashmir in Pakistan, whether I need security to visit there on my next trip, or I can just go solo, because Kashmir is a super interesting place and I'd like to explore more of it. So I asked Umar T what is an NOC. An NOC is a no objection certificate. You will need one and you will positively have an escort. Okay, I'll look into it for sure, but I definitely want to hit Kashmir up. That'd be cool. So yeah, I will tell you my kind of next plans for Pakistan. I would love to set up a base in the current capital in Islamabad, get a really nice but cheap apartment, and I found one for like £280 a month, which is like 340 US. It's like a one bed, kind of stylish Italian designed apartment, really nice in the capital. So I would leave my stuff there. I would use that as a base, and from then Islamabad airport, or taking a bus or a train or whatever, I would then visit the north, the south, the west, the east, and I would then come back. I would rest a little bit in the apartment in the capital, do a little bit of work, hit the gym, go on a few hikes, hang out with my Pakistani brothers, and then go to the next place. So I'd like to do that over the course of 6 weeks, maybe 2 months, depending how funds are. But also talking about funds, which is a really funny thing, I went to Pakistan this year with something like £400 in my account, which is like 500 US, and I was there for just shy of 4 weeks. And I remember going to Indonesia to meet my brother after my trip in Pakistan, and I had like, how much did I spend? I think I had like £240 left in my account. So I'd spent only like £260 in that entire month in Pakistan, and that is because so many people were generous in not letting me pay for bikes, taxis, food in restaurants. Someone even offered to buy my flight ticket from Karachi up to Skardu, and then also for several other things, which is amazing. So otherwise I would have spent a lot more money. But yeah. Did you know I didn't smoke or drink? I did drink, yes I did, but I didn't smoke in Pakistan. Thank you very much, Adrian. Thank you, brother. Okay. Why is everyone asking me about the HASH word? Well, I didn't smoke anything. Not cigarettes, none of that either. It's not my jam, mate. Even though Hong Kong went a little bit wild, I must say. I'm looking forward to you watching this Hong Kong vlog, though it looks like I'm a complete nutter in the vlog, because I have a few beers and then just lose the plot, and I don't sleep for like 36 hours. Anyway, that'll be coming up soon. Benny Global, what's going on, mate? I haven't received your email. Drop me an email. I've got to change my email, but right now it's hello@funemploymenter.com. Don't ask. Soon, of course, it's going to be hello@chrissyboy.com. Mate, send me a message. I just want to say thank you so much for your donation the other day. I really appreciate it, and it helped, especially with buying a few beers last night, mate. So thank you so much, as well as the hotel. Islamabad or Lahore? I actually, towards the end of my Pakistan travels, I was in Lahore and I met some amazing bros, and I sadly was only able to stay for like 2 days. I was there for Independence Day in Pakistan, and then I actually left to go down to Karachi to fly out. So I need to explore more of Lahore, especially the food scene. But I will be setting up base when I go back now in Islamabad, just because like Islamabad is rocking, mate. It's awesome. It's so green. There's like 1,000 different hikes you can do. There's like leopards in the jungle. There's snakes there. That's awesome. And then you can get bikes everywhere. Of course, you can get bikes everywhere else, but the gyms and everything, just amazing. Islamabad is cool. It's cool. So I'll be going back there. Yeah. Where's Pakistan in your talk? Pakistan, mature minds. I've been talking about Pakistan, bro. Timmy, I'm not sure what that means. Did man land on the moon, and did you take the arm spears? I'm not sure, bro. Renz, where am I? I can't get my words out, mate. I am in Bangkok in Thailand. So there's gonna be this vlog coming out in a few days, maybe in a week, because I'm just chilling at the moment. And it's me going to Hong Kong for 24 hours. I won't tell you the full story, but I had an opportunity to come in to fly to Hong Kong, and I didn't ask too many questions. And I went to Hong Kong. I did this crazy like bartending entertaining event for like some super rich people. It was crazy, it was weird, it was long, it was mental, and I captured it all on footage. Now it's completely scatty, raw, and all over the place, but I think you're gonna really enjoy it. Especially because after a few drinks, I kind of like lose the plot and think like tomorrow is not coming, so I just go wild. So it's really funny. It's really funny, and I went with my mate Thomas, who lives in Bangkok, and it's bro, it's funny. Okay, what else is going on? Why is people saying that? Why do you hate India? I don't hate India. I liked India. I went for a month. It was awesome. Why are you saying you hate Indians? No, calm down. Calm down. Yeah. Oh, bros, I can't. Is that sweat? That is sweat. Look at that. Look at that, mate. That's sweat. That is sweat. Sweaty Chrissy Boy. Okay, I know I'm just jumbling my words a little bit now. Would love to be a general guide to you in Pakistan travels. What's my email? Well versed in English if you need some. Yeah, my email should be in the description of every vlog. It's hello@funemployment.com, and it should also be in my profile email. So have a look in the description of my last vlog. It should be in there. But yeah, appreciate it. Drop me a message. Yeah, guys, so I think that's kind of... there was one last question. There is 26 of you legends watching right now. I would love if you could answer this for me, because I was on the treadmill earlier for like half an hour and I was running away trying to burn some of this belly fat. And I was thinking, because I have to go back to the UK, I have to do this like long, drawn out, monotonous travel where I have to spend like 16 hours in the country. And that is after a very long haul flight and a lot of nitty gritty details in between. And all of this is done for like £100 from me back to my house in Wales. And I was wondering, would you like to, or is this just too boring and mundane? Would you like me to film that entire process from the morning of waking up in this bedroom right now in Bangkok at 6 a.m. until... I'm not sure how many hours later, maybe like 30 hours later, until I step through my door in Wales, UK. Would you like to see that whole process, and also the stopping off in a country, exploring that country in the same vlog, then going back to the airport and then flying back to the UK? Would you like to see all of that? Because I'd probably make it regardless, because I think, you know, it gives me something to do when I'm traveling. Otherwise I'd just get super moody. So if you'd like to see that, please let me know, and your boy and GoPro will make that happen for you. But it'll be I'll probably make it like a 2-hour vlog, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, depending what happens on the way. So if you'd like to see that, just kind of say yes, etc, etc. I think it would be interesting, and then I'll kind of break down some costs and stuff, and that's what I want to do more of. I want people... Why is there so many insects in this room? I want people to, like, I want to be connected, and like that's my biggest thing. I want people to understand what the travel is like if you're going through it on a budget, and more so just give people like positive vibes that it can, if they're in a similar financial position to where I am. Like, it can still be done. If I can do it on, you know, less than £400 a month, $500 a month, sometimes less, you know, anybody can do it. So I will, if you want me to film that whole travel stint from Bangkok to back to Wales in the UK, I will do it, brothers. I will do it. I will be back in Pakistan in mid-December or early January, depending when that flight of £70 is. I think it's in December. Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, if you haven't got any more questions, my old mates, I love you, I appreciate you, and I am grateful for you. Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you so much. And it's time now for your boy to fall asleep because, well, he's been drinking too many beers and he hasn't been sleeping enough. But it's all good because there is some fun vlogs for you to watch and enjoy very soon. All right. Happy days. Thank you so much once again. Any questions, drop them below. Yeah, the next time I'll do a stream will be most likely back now in the UK. So, yeah, amazing. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing some friends and family. It's been a hectic 3 and a bit months on the road. And yeah, there's several times where, well, I probably shouldn't be here, but I am. So, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. And now I'll leave you go. Whatever you're doing tonight, enjoy. Thumbs up to your friends. Thumbs up to your family. And yeah, peace out, guys. Chrissy Boy will see you soon. Why did I do that? Third person. Chrissy Boy, see you soon. I'll see you soon because I'm Chrissy Boy. Okay, mate. End of live stream now. Cheers, mates.